Hey, what's going on, guys? Today we're unboxing the HGUC Byarlant. Finally, the original Byarlant comes out in the line. To be honest, actually, the original Byarlant is probably my least favorite one of the different Byarlant variations. But just because I love the base kit of this so much, I just had to get this one as well. So as always, huge thank you to Second Item Store for making that possible. I want to check it out here and review it for you guys. So big thank you to them. Do check out the link to their store down below and save 10% with that coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10. Anyway, so yeah, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know I've reviewed a number of the different Byarlant variations. I still think that the Byarlant is probably one of those kits that's very underappreciated by a lot of builders, I think. I know it's a very weird, kind of odd design, so it's kind of hard to love it, maybe for some people, but it's such a good kit, and I really, every time I review this kit in its different forms, I've reviewed the regular Byarlant Custom, I think the Byarlant Custom 2, and the Byarlant Isolde. I think I've reviewed all those, so this will be the fourth one, and they're just really good kits, guys. Definitely check it out if you've never built an HG Byarlant. I'm not sure which one, I mean, get whichever one you like. Some of them are P-Bandai, so obviously that might be an issue for you, but get one of them and build it sometime. This one and the Silver Bullet is another one as well. Either the Silver Bullet or the Dovin Wolf. They're also just kind of very similar kits. So both kits that I always want to sing the praises for because they're great and I think kind of underappreciated. I don't really see people building them that often, and that just should change. Anyway, let's just get into the unboxing video here, shall we? So really cool box art here on the front. It's just got the Byarlant there flying along, shooting, zapping, blasting. Got a Rick DS there blowing up in the background. Another design what I'm not really too keen on. But while this is a kit that I have built a couple times already, this does have some new interesting parts to it, so we'll check all that out here. So we've just got the same thing on the side. This is number 214 in the line. On the bottom of the box here is just got the front and back view, pointing out some of the details, the head, the hands, the holding hand, some new details there. Some really nice color separation in all these parts as well. It's one thing that makes this kit look so good, even just straight out of the box. Action, it's got this really long orangutan arms, very cool. Still not really a big fan of the hands, but it is the original Byarlant. It's kind of a key feature of it, whereas on the Byarlant Isolde, I'm more willing to give up the hands and go for a different kind of custom look for that. But here on this side, we've got some basic information there about the grips conflict and the Byarlant there, and some really cool artwork here. Again, the Byarlant just blasting a Rick DS. And then the list price is 2,600 yen. So usually anytime we have an HG in the 2,000 yen range, especially more than 2,500 yen, you get people commenting because the average list price for real grades is 2,500 yen, usually for like the basic ones. So anytime you have a kit around this price range, you get people commenting, oh, I could get a real grade for the same price. Yes, but this kit is quite large, and as you can see, it's a pretty big box. There is quite a lot of plastic in here, so while it may not be as complex or detailed as a real grade, it's still a large amount of plastic in here, so that's just where the price comes from. You just have to keep that in mind. Anyway, here is some parts for this kit. This looks to be like new parts for this kit in particular. We'll take a look at all the parts here in a moment. I've got all sorts of colors, red, dark blue, nice yellow color there, and then the main color of that kind of bluish gray and just regular gray. Some of these parts will be recycled, so I can see like there's some Byarlant custom parts on there. I'm not sure how much of those are able to be used. We'll check that out because I actually really prefer the feet of the Byarlant custom as well. So I'm not sure if I might be able to change those out. We'll see in the review. And that green looking very interesting color of green. It's a really, I don't know, it's a very unique color. It's a color I don't think I've really ever seen before. Interesting. And for the manual here, just on the front, we've got the Byarlant there, of course, what the kit is going to look like when it's all painted up. Looks very nice. So cool, so handsome, so strange and unique indeed. For the armaments, we've got the Mega Particle Cannon and the Beam Saber. Beam Saber is stored up there in its big bulging biceps, and beam cannons in the hands. Mega Particle Cannons, I should say. Anyway, here on the back, just a bunch more information. Get more information there if you want to check that out. Information about the Mega Particle Cannon in its hands. Information about the Beam Saber, and information about the thrusters. So there you go, plenty of stuff. So there you go, there's the feet I was talking about. The feet are very similar to the Cubile, actually. Long pointed toes, and he's got these big bulbous onion shaped back of the feet. So not really too big of a fan of those. I prefer the Byarlant custom. It has like some kind of like claws in the back of its feet, kind of. That's much more interesting looking, I think. But anyway, again, details there, some more information there. Color guide here at the bottom. Let's open it up and check out our parts list. As I said, it is recycling some runners, I'm sure, so there'll be plenty of leftover parts, I imagine. Yep, some there on the A runner. The D runner is a lot of leftover parts, so a lot of stuff there, a lot of parts from the G runner as well. So yeah, there'll definitely be some scraps after building this kit. So construction is going to start off with the body, and then the head, and then the shoulders, and the arms, left arm, right arm. Upper body is done there, and then the legs, right leg, left leg, and then back around to our color page, finishing up the legs, and then the waist section, and that's pretty much it. The last part is just a couple little parts here for the backpack. Also a much less complex backpack compared to the Byarlant Custom as well. The Byarlant Custom had those really cool big fuel tanks on there, which is one aspect of the design that I think is really cool that this kit is lacking. But let's get a look at the runners. Alright, so here we have our foil sticker sheet, and the first thing you'll notice, it's a lot less foil stickers compared to other versions of the Byarlant, so that's good. Other ones had quite a few, especially the larger color stickers on there on the foil sticker sheet. This one is a lot less, that's good. So we just got a couple yellow ones there, a couple of little red triangles, a little camera sticker there, probably for the front of the head, and then a couple different eye options, which is cool. One that's just looking straight, one looking to the left and to the right. And then I think these ones are just regular ones, so if you just paint in the black, you can just place the eye wherever you want, so that's also cool. This little black one here, I'm guessing probably going inside a thruster vent or something, probably on the front skirt or something like that. PC132 for our polycaps here in standard gray, and SB1 for our clear yellow beam saber effect parts. So runner A here is from the Byarlant Custom in 2012, so obviously going to be some parts in here that we won't use. I think parts for the head and the ankle armor are parts we won't use, but the rest of that we will, and it's in the very bluish gray color. It's definitely like a light, dull blue. Then we're skipping to runner C, and there will be a lot of skipping around in these letters because they've used different letters for specific different parts for different variations of the Byarlant. So anyway, runner C1 here is actually a new runner specific to this kit. This is marked simply for the Byarlant. So I guess they took parts from some runners and changed this around a little bit. So we've got some new parts all on here, and we do also have runner C2 as well, which is a copy of this section of the runner here, all in this kind of nice dark navy blue. And the runner D is in standard gray here for a bunch of the kind of detail parts and joint parts and things like that. And this is also from the Byarlant Custom, so it will have a whole lot of leftover parts from this one that we won't be using again. It looks like there's the claw parts and the feet claw parts, and there'd be a whole lot of stuff. I'll have to see how much of that is really going to be useful or not. And then skipping to runner G for all the little piping bits, and this is a softer runner. It's not really super soft, but it definitely is softer than your regular plastic. And yeah, it's in a really interesting shade of green. It's a really kind of like emerald, dark emerald green. It's a color I'm not sure I've ever seen before. It's definitely different from the other variations of the Byarlant. And then we're back to just regular gray here for runner H. So this runner is actually from the Byarlant Isolde. So this one was, when did this one come out? 2017, last year in 2017. So these are just probably some parts, new parts for around the collar and on the arms especially. And there's no J1 runner, but here we got runner J2. I don't remember what exactly J1 would have been, but I guess that would have been something with something specific parts for the Byarlant Isolde, because this runner is also from the Byarlant Isolde. So we've got just parts here in 4 different colors: the dark blue, the yellow, the red, and the kind of light blue there through the center. This is going to be just parts for the back of the feet, for the ankle guards, and for the new arms, and obviously we've got the claws there. And we've got a runner J3, so no J1, but we have J2 and J3 here, so there's some of those parts doubled. And we got runner K1. This is back to parts that are new, specific for just this kit. So we've got some new parts there for under the arms, and new parts for the head, and all of that. And then we've got runner K2 as well, which is a copy of this half of the runner. Runner L, more brand new parts for this kit, and this is just in a nice rich red color. So especially like this part here, which was a sticker on other past versions of the kit, and now we have an actual separate part for that. So that's one of the things that Bandai was touting in their success of making this kit. So here we go. Here we got 2 of the L runner. And last but not least, one more new runner for this kit is runner M, with a few more parts there in yellow for on the head and on the collar. So there you go. That is the Byarlant, and the runners are a mix of Byarlant Custom, Byarlant Isolde, and regular Byarlant parts. No Byarlant Custom 2 parts in there. Unfortunately, that would have been cool to have some leftover parts to make the big cannons or something from the Byarlant Custom 2. But hey, still, again, highly recommend this kit even before reviewing it, and I know what I'm going to be getting myself into, but it'll be cool to see what the new stuff they do with this kit is compared to other versions, and I'll try to show you the other versions together with this in the review as well, so you guys can kind of make your decision which version which version that you want to buy. I don't think they're going to make any other version of the Byarlant after this, unless one appears in some other series, but I think they've pretty much covered all the different versions that are probably feasibly coverable. I'm not sure if there's some other weird variation or something like that, something else that is too obscure they probably won't make a kit of, but I think this is probably going to be the last one. We'll just have to see. It's kind of strange that they saved the original one for the last, but hey, that's Bandai and they just do their own thing, don't they? So thank you guys so much for watching, and leave any other further questions and comments you have down below. I'll see you guys in the review coming up next. Bye-bye. Hey! Thanks for watching, guys. Remember, if you want to check the kit out for yourself, you can head over to USA Gundam Store, use that coupon code ZakuAurelius10, save yourself 10%. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye-bye.